Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So Daniel Jeremiah of the NFL Network just dropped his first mock draft yesterday, his 1.0, and in this one I wanted to break down who he has the New York Jets selecting at pick number 13. Let's not waste time, let's jump right in. He's going with Broderick Jones, left tackle from Georgia. At 6'4", 315 pounds, Jones was an absolute beast for Georgia this past season, and he's one of those guys that, you kind of feel like ever since high school, like he's destined to make the NFL. Former 5-star, obviously, but he was actually rated by ESPN as the #1 tackle in all of high school. Commits to Georgia, and yes, he is only a redshirt sophomore, so doesn't have a ton of playing experience, but when you look at the upside, it is really, really high. The thing with Jones that I really love is that he has a great foundation of just a ton of skills. The raw power, explosive coming out of a standstill, great foot speed. The length is there as well. He does a really good job of just mauling what's in front of him and getting to the second level in the running game, which is just super, super important. Now, I will say we don't even know who the Jets offensive coordinator is going to be. So as far as like blocking scheme and, seamless fit, all that kind of stuff, that's all up in the air. We just don't, Saleh said it himself. He is open to completely changing the offensive system. But with that said, he does kind of fit the mold as a Joe Douglas guy, right? He's one of those players that isn't afraid to get his hands dirty, isn't afraid to just humiliate the opponent. One of my favorite things that Jones does, once he latches onto defenders, he's really hard to shake. He's hard to get him off. It has been done before. It's not impossible, but man, that's a really, really strong suit of Jones's game, which I like. But with that said, he does strike me as a Joe Douglas type of player, somebody who's not afraid to just dive into the trenches, get his hands dirty, and just mow over whoever's in front of him. Just that nasty kind of mentality. You can make the argument, you know what, Jones might rely a little bit too much on like the raw power aspect because he's just so dang talented and has been since high school. But one thing I will say is that over time he gets better, right? That is really, really important, especially considering that he's playing in the SEC, the best conference in all of college football. In fact, he was actually rated as an AP first team all SEC. Started every game for the Bulldogs this past season. So, I love the culture fit. I love what he brings to the table. Again, as far as like blocking scheme and everything like that, we just don't have the coordinator. We don't have the scheme in place. It could be a complete 180 from last season. So that's still a little up in the air. But, from a raw power, from just a raw ability standpoint, raw talent standpoint, Jones really, really hits that mark. Now, really, any of the three top tackles in this class, I would be totally fine with. Paris Johnson Jr., Peter Skoronski from Northwestern, who, in my opinion, I would say right now is my favorite. And then, of course, Broderick Jones. We look at the Jets' offensive line, tons of question marks all over the place. What's going on with Mekhi Becton? Is that somebody that we can really count on to play and stay healthy and look like the same player that he was his rookie season? I don't know, right? I'm wishing nothing but the best for Becton moving forward. I hope he goes out there and just starts dominating. But at the same time, just being realistic, looking at the past two seasons, coming off of just so much time missed, I don't know how much stock we could put into the Becton basket as far as durability, reliability. Can he go out there and just be the team's starting left tackle for the next 5-10 seasons? I'm not there yet. But outside of Becton, Dwayne Brown is on the roster. Max Mitchell, right, still on his rookie deal, but George Fant's a free agent. Connor McGovern at center is a free agent. Nate Herbig's a free agent. Dan Feeney's a free agent. The Jets' offensive line could look totally, totally different next season. Okay, so let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Would you like the Jets to target A, an offensive lineman, and then B, Broderick Jones here from Georgia? He should be on the board at 13, and it's interesting because the Jets aren't in the same position that they have been in the past couple of seasons where it's like, man, we really need to upgrade at 8 to 9 positions. Now it's a little bit more finite, and offensive line is definitely in there for me. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Jets.